Good to go. Right. Welcome to the Quick Stop F1 podcast. My name is Nyasha, and you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. I don't even want to do this podcast, so no matter what happens, keep it on the black stuff.
On the black stuff.
We'll see you next week. Take care.
Thank you for joining us.
That was awesome. No, I'm joking. And joining me, as ever, is my co-host and co-founder, in the words of Vibes Cartel, Wagwan baby.
I thought you were going to say time, pussy girl.
I was not going to say that at all. That was
time, boom, boom, girl.
Yeah, that is a Vibes Cartel song, and quite the compliment. How are you doing, Thandie? Yeah, it's tight.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? The morning started so nice. I woke up. I was like, we've got a nice, like a nice Dutch GP. I'm quite confident that we're at least gonna have some sort of Mercedes on the podium. And then I thought, let me have some nice breakfast. Let me have some nice breakfast. I had a nice phone call in the sun outside. Nice. I was gonna troll Nyasha on Twitch, standard stuff.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, of course.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't you. Yeah, Thandie. For those who don't know, Thandie turned up to our Twitch stream today, and with the username not Thandie, and just started commenting loads of rubbish on there, which was good. What
rubbish? That was me commentating the race. Are you okay?
You were saying,
are you messing?
You asked me where the Coke was, because I was drinking Coca-Cola yesterday. That doesn't seem like race-worthy commentary. So anyway. Good stuff.
Oh, joining us as ever, we have a guest today. The D, the E, the N, the I. It's Deni.
It's Deni.
It's Deni. Hey. The D, the E, the N, the I. The D, the E, the N, the I. It's Deni.
Hold up, it's
Deni.
Welcome to the show, FIAgirly. Deni, how's it going?
Oh, it's good, man. Oh, it's good. I mean, it could have been better, not gonna lie.
Oh, wow.
Shed a few tears here and there, but we're good now. We're good to go on the roll.
Deni's my home girl from way back, bro. Like,
yes, sir, man.
Arms. It's my
You've just been waiting for this, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to have you on because people don't know this, but I actually never know who the guest is until I literally log onto the Zoom.
Are you serious?
No,
are you serious? So you just logged in, you're like, oh shit, it's the
yo, it's good.
It's the homie.
It's the homie. Yeah.
What's going on? When you inviting me, how's your mum?
My mum's good.
Chicken. Yeah.
Oh, are you asking me or are you asking him?
You.
Oh yeah, my mum's sound. I was also gonna say how we all came in white.
We did.
Gang.
Nice.
Never beating the cult allegations anymore.
To be honest, similar to Mercedes, I too would like everyone to wear white to my funeral. And today we are gathered here to talk about the funeral of Mercedes AMG Formula One.
Yeah, we are.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, we are. And look, before we get into that, if you're watching, make sure you're subscribing and liking the video. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure to give us a 5-star review. And on Spotify, we're so close to 300 5-star review, or 300 reviews. I think there's 4.8 on Spotify. So if you're on Spotify, drop us a review. Drop us a 5-star. Is it review? What do you call it? A 5-star rating. There you go.
Rating.
Also, go drop in on Nyasha on Twitch. He's so entertaining as ever. He's on the ball. He might have a Coke can in hand. He might have his. If you see him smoking that vape, though, tell him allow it. Allow it. You've got years coming to you, bro. Like you've got years ahead of you. Let it go.
I'm quitting. Today is my last day of vaping.
That's what he says.
Last day, I need to get as much as I can.
Nyasha.
I know, it's really bad. It's really bad. But look, it's hey, this is not an intervention.
Even like, I just want to put out here, like, even vape smoke now. Like, I'm not gonna make out like I don't smoke vapes. Like, those who know me, I actually got Nyasha on the vapes, so there's that. Yeah. But like Bobby and Whit. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like Bobby and Whitney, I'm gonna tell you to stop doing it.
Yeah.
Now. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
cool. I hear it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It almost reminds me of this time I was once on the bus and a crackhead was smoking crack in front of me.
Wow.
And I didn't want that smoke in my face.
Well, no, you don't want secondhand crack smoke. That's you know, that will definitely put a livener on your day. But look, I hope that person's okay and getting the care and attention that they need. Actually, sorry, Deni, 2 seconds. I forgot to say, there's people who probably don't know. We got a deal on Twitch. We'll talk about that later in the day if you're wondering what the Twitch conversation is about. And obviously, the merch is out. Quick Stop F1, feel free to go and support on there.
I got mine already.
I saw
it got here so fast as well.
Yeah, no,
it did. Yeah, everybody's actually everyone's got their Quick Stop F1 merch. I'm so happy for you guys. You guys look so fantastic in your merch.
Yeah, where's yours?
Yeah.
so before
that guy who tweeted us and was like, "Where's Thandie's merch?" Like, how did you know? Like, you the FBI?
Yeah, FBI. Who is? No, man. So look, the Dutch Grand Prix, Zandvoort. Obviously, we know Max Verstappen was victorious, but that doesn't tell the whole story. We had
there's so much. I thought you knew what I was. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I do know that. Yeah, no, I hear it. No, yeah, but there was issues, right? There were things that happened. It was eventful. Thandie, I'll come to you in a second, but Deni, where to start? Let's start with Mercedes. Mercedes. We're in a strong position today. I think around, I guess I'm going to just say up to around late lap 40s, 50s. We were in contention to win the lead. We had an alternate strategy on Max Verstappen, who was on worn mediums. Lewis was on hards, going for a one stop. Max would have to stop again for softs, up until the point where the VSC eventually came out for Yuki Tsunoda. Before we get into Yuki, I guess, how encouraging was it to see Mercedes on the pace that they had? Unexpected, because we just don't know what we're going to get from this W13. But I guess, how encouraging was it, before we get into everything else, how encouraging was it to see Mercedes and especially Lewis be able to essentially fight for a race win on pure pace?
Let's get it, man. I think, honestly, I was already like waiting for it. Like, I kind of knew we'd have that, just because looking at what Mercedes is built as a car, and because of the narrow setup window, they kind of just have tracks that are very specific to their car, and they perform well on those tracks. And so because of even one of the Mercedes engineers said this, is like the delta between the faster corners and the slower corners isn't as high. And so we knew Zandvoort is a very similar track to Hungary. So I was like, okay, cool. We are already waiting for a good race. We're waiting. Even if we don't have the one lap, we know it's going to, at some point, the race pace going to be there. The tire, all that shenanigan, the good strategy, we're going to be on top of that, you know? So I was already waiting for it. What surprised me wasn't race pace, not going to lie. It was Saturday quali. I was like, where is this coming from? That was what I was kind of like trying to still wrap my head around, because where did you get one lap pace from? I understand race pace because your tires last longer, because you don't have that tire window thing, whatever, and your tires don't warm up as quick. But to see them, Lewis up 0.07 to Max, you had pole at some point, them doing the 110s. I was like, whoa. We knew this track was going to be something like Hungary, but then also, why are we surprised? Because Hungary, we got pole. But anyway, that was what kind of got me. I'm really, expectations are really high, but can we really keep them as high? Because next track is Monza, and it's like a very long power track. We don't even know if we have our engine back and all of those things. I was happy to see that pace, very positive, but do I want to go up here and then Monza drop me down? hit me on the floor. You know,
Exactly.
that's where I'm standing right now.
Yeah, you've got to keep that. You got to keep level-headed, right? Because, like you say, Monza is a power-hungry track. Mercedes don't tend to do good at power-hungry tracks. But Thandie, we were close. Lewis was close until the VSC. Talk me through your emotions from.
So here I am. So when I do, trolling Nyasha on 9.
Yeah.
Watching him watch the race. This is nice, you know. I'm comfortable. I'm cruising at comfort. Lewis has now gone past the second Red Bull driver. We're doing all right here. Could be a win. Don't want to jinx it though, because I don't trust these guys. It's one of them when you start a relationship with someone, you're like, you know what? You're my ex. I'm not going to tell my friends I'm back with you. I'm going to see how it goes, you know.
Keep it on the down low.
I mean, you're not even going on dates in public. Like if you're going on dates, you're going out of town, aren't you? Because you don't want to bump into anyone.
No snaps.
No snaps. Then I'm like, oh my God. He's cheating on me again. Oh, these girls are back. He's asleep. No. I'm going through his phone. I'm seeing everything.
Oh no.
It's all coming out. Yeah? Do. You know when a piano goes a bit more violent? That's right. Have you ever seen that clip people like to put under when the music's rubbish and it's a clip from like Timbaland playing the Jay-Z and it's like
it's not great, is it?
Thing is, it brought out the conspiracy theorist in me. Do you know what I mean? I immediately got the crystal ball
they
out
hate
and
him.
Said, they're gonna call me nuts, but here I go. And then Yuki's
they don't want to see him win.
Do you know what I mean? Yuki's freaking interview came out. I said, hi. It's not making sense. It's not making sense. And I'm seeing
the maths ain't matting, bro.
You know what I mean? The maths is not mathing. How have I gone from second to being the side bitch? How have I gone from sleeping next to you?
Yeah.
To you being the last person at the bottoms of my texts? Do you know what I mean?
It's crazy. It gets like that. It gets like that. And
it stings, yeah.
It's
and
not
then
nice.
and then now we're in that stage as well. Who do you blame? Do we start making up conspiracy theories? Do we start looking over our shoulders at our brother who we thought was our broski? It's like, George, would you do that to me? Would you do that to us, George?
I saw someone tweet something like, the enemy's not even in the backyard, it's in our home.
It's inside the house.
Do you know what I mean? The lights are on. Am I sleeping? Do you have you seen that picture of Vivica Fox and she's next to the white man in bed and it's like, you've seen that picture.
I have seen it, yeah. Well, I've been there.
I mean, like, who do we point fingers at? And gosh, even though it's kind of sexy, I do love an angry Lewis, but let me concentrate. Let me stay focused.
Yeah.
Lewis is now shouting.
Yeah.
And even, do you know what? Like, you know when you're past the stage of bullshit, that literally, that Lewis interview, he was smirking the whole time because it was one of those psychotic laughs where you're just like, this is bullshit. Like, everybody who can see me on TV right now knows that this is bullshit, but I'm gonna hold my tongue and I'm gonna give you the PR answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was my reaction.
Man, I feel like I've watched a one-woman play just then. I feel like I'm in like a back alley pub in the theatre. Just Thandie's emotions of the day. Thank you. Tony Award incoming for that. No, anytime. The pleasure is all ours. And look, let's get into it. So Yuki Tsunoda, there are... How do I put this without... Because there's two stages to this, right? There's the first VSC and the, how that came about, and the reaction that, Mercedes had to that, which I thought was, it's a good reaction. I think they did the right thing. And then there was the second full safety car when there is obviously the Mercedes call to bring George in. Let's go on to Yuki. So, and Deni, correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Mm.
Yuki comes out the pits and slows down and stops because he thinks that his left front tire is not on correctly, right? And obviously, if that's the case, you have to stop the car straight away. He has gone round a significant part of the circuit until he gets there, but he stops. I think yellow flags come out, but then we're thinking, right, there's going to be some kind of safety car, and then he carries on, and he starts driving again, goes into the pit. They change the tires again and look to be tightening his seatbelts. It's come out now that he got a reprimand for loosening his seatbelt. He hadn't untucked the seatbelt fully, but they were tightening his seatbelt. He goes back out again, and within 30 seconds, he pulls over and a VSC is brought out. Now, I, myself, on Twitch, was very angry. I was not happy. I called conspiracy, collusion, potentially between AlphaTauri and Red Bull. And look, that is a far-fetched thing to say. Not far-fetched. That is a large thing to say. It's not a small thing to say that these two teams are colluding and so on. But I guess... What are your thoughts on, there's a level of distrust in F1 at the moment, right? After Abu Dhabi and
rightfully so. Yeah.
Exactly, right? After some of the things we've seen. So I guess, what are your thoughts on, the talk around what happened with Yuki Tsunoda today, and the opinions that have been shared by some, Thandie, one of them. No, and look, I said the same
Put
thing.
her on blast,
no, not at all.
man.
But I think I'm saying it's a wildly held. A lot of people are saying it, right? And I want to discuss it in a manner which doesn't feel condescending to those people, in a manner which doesn't make people feel bad for feeling emotional during sport, because I think that's what sport is about. So I guess, what's your thoughts on, that particular VSC incident?
So I think first thing for me is we need to watch things in context of how they happen with everything that's happening. And when the thing that made everyone spiral out of control, well, obviously first it's an AlphaTauri, and then is pulling on a VSC when Lewis is going fast. Everyone's like, okay, we already knew what was going to happen. But then when his radio was released, before anyone released footage of his onboard, so what we're hearing is exit the pit, go out the exit, and then stop in a safe place, right? So everyone's like, oh, this is clear evidence that you're literally telling him to go out and then stop, because if you knew there was a problem with the car, you just would have said, okay, let's retire the car. But you said, all right, we're going to retire the car after you give these people a free pit stop. So this is where everyone on Twitter is going crazy. Even myself, I have to admit, I was one of the first ones is this not race manipulation? Because the first thing you're thinking is last year we suffered that.
Of course.
But looking at onboards, what happened was he had an issue with his car, something about his rear, something about smoke, and you can't really understand what UK is saying in the radio, but something happens in this car, and he had already left the pit, so they can't block the pit exit, because obviously cars want to go. That's impeding the whole strategy of all 19 other drivers. So what they tell him to do is, since you're already out, exit the pit exit, because someone might want to pass and you're gonna stop them and impede them from doing that, and then stop in a safe space, in a safe place, so you don't ruin the race or red flag it, blah 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 blah, and then we could come and get you. So I understand people's reactions. I think it's a very, very fair, especially people that saw Lewis and felt for Lewis last year, most of us being TeamLH, but there isn't much to grasp at right here, just because I think they did the right thing. Because if you're thinking, right, if Yuki had stopped, let's say Yuki stops in the pit lane exit, and they close the pit lane exit, and then it's time for Lewis to pit, and he's like, oh, pit lane's closed because someone stopped there. It's an AlphaTauri. It would have been just as bad as what, or even worse, because now we have really old tires and we're dropping in pace. Of course they did that, you know what I mean? So I think the conspiracy should be put aside a bit, just because maybe it wasn't what they were intending to do. It's still weird, not gonna lie, because why are you sending the car out? Like, I'm still trying to understand, like, put your engineer on the call, put him there in the interview, because I want to hear what made them switch you and then switch the tires or whatever. You were ready to unbuckle your seatbelt and leave, and they're like, no, wait, one more round. Yeah, I'm still trying to understand that, because I don't get it. Personally, I feel like that was a clear call of saying, cool, the car's not ready to come out. Something's about to go, especially because you have data. Let's rewind and go back and talk about the millions of sensors we have in those cars. You are watching data like this all the time. And it's not just people in the pit wall, right? It's people in the garage. It's people back in their factories. I don't know what the AlphaTauri garage is, Milton Keynes or something.
I think it's Milton Keynes,
Probably, yeah. So there's people watching all the time. It's more than 100 people. No one saw and made a call and said, hey, something is happening with the car, retire the car. No, so there's still that, which I'm trying to understand. Maybe we didn't need that VSE, right? But I don't think it was much of a conspiracy. I still think that whole pit lane go exit was maybe the right call to do, just because you could have ruined the whole race. You had to stop. Yeah, everyone's race essentially, including Lewis's at the time. Because if we think about it, the VSE wasn't as bad because the mediums still worked in our favor. That Valtteri Bottas move Mercedes that I think we're going to get into was probably the big problem.
Yeah, exactly, right? And look, before we get into that, Thandie.
Slander Yuki.
No, because that's our boy. You are on mute, baby girl. So
what it is.
Yeah.
This either goes one way or the other. It either reflects conspiracy or reflects Yuki Tsunoda as bozo. Yeah. Listen, I've never been racing, innit? I don't even have a driver's license.
Don't even have a license.
But when I went go-karting, I was being told off 2 things. My hair, to make sure it was tied back.
Yeah.
And second of all, to make sure my seatbelt was fastened. This is stuff that you should have known since you were 3, Yuki.
Yeah.
Listen, this is basic stuff. And you're telling me you couldn't get that right. That's either conspiracy or you're a bozo.
Yeah.
And
I'm leaving it to the audience.
Let's leave it to the audience. We'll stick a poll up. Yuki.
You're in big F1. Yeah. And you can't even remember to fix your seatbelt. It's a big conspiracy.
Why are you unfastening to begin with?
Yeah, and this is my. And I think if he's unfastening it, he thinks that the car's going to be retired, and then they bring him in.
Maybe a mechanic was like, "Okay, Yuki, we're done," and then someone in the guy said, "No, we're not done."
But even like when you're listening to the radio and he's saying all this stuff, it's like, yeah, Yuki. It's like they're even like,
they're not sure. It was amateur hour at best.
Yeah.
Amateur hour is what it was.
Amateur hour at best. But how, like, I prayed on Max Verstappen's downfall, right?
Listen, they get you on the internet for this every time. Isn't that guy?
Isn't that that guy? Yeah, and look, and I'll do it again. But this guy prays to a mightier God. Okay? Whoever Max Verstappen, because no way should he have won the title.
He takes a pick to the shrine. Have you ever had that NSG fuck around and take a pic to the shrine?
Nice. Nice.
At this point, that's what I believe.
Yeah, it's some kind of dark arts, because how a man has so much luck is beyond me, right? It is beyond me. And I think this is what people are pissed off about. Like, you're not going to get on pole yesterday and then your teammate spins it on his own.
Bro, like, no reason.
No reason. I know, and we will get to Sergio Perez. Like, please believe.
He's one of them aunties.
How? How? I don't understand. And this guy. And okay, fine. That's that bit of luck. Okay. Okay.
And then
we get to this. And it's like,
everything just falls in his favor suspiciously.
And that's the thing.
Suspiciously.
And you know what? This guy, the way the FIA treated him last year, the way that he's just had luck after luck this year. Obviously, he's had retirements as well, so there has been bad luck. But it just seemed, look at how Ferrari have been and how this title is just falling into his lap.
Honestly.
I mean, I keep asking this every week, but I mean, the title race is done now. I think. 7 races
Honestly.
to go.
Did you watch the same race that I watched, or were you just high on that Coca-Cola fumes?
I was
There's
high on,
always a Ferrari thing. Ferrari just said, you know what? We just wanted to show you we can build a fast car. We have it. We don't really want the wins.
We don't really care.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do with it. We don't know what to do with one of these. Literally, the look of Max Verstappen is like his little brother stuff. Little sibling stuff, gets away with everything. Does not know accountability, does not know suffering. That's what it is at this point, and everyone protects him.
Wait. Isn't that you though? Aren't you the aren't you the little sibling?
Aren't you the little sibling?
I don't like. Sorry, I just
speaking from experience.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that seemed very detailed.
I was gonna say,
so
like,
I'm trying
because even in mine and your relationship,
you get away with everything.
That doesn't happen.
Huh?
That doesn't happen.
No,
I take accountability.
So
anyway,
so we're gonna move on because we're now on to the second safety car. Our stepson Valtteri Bottas. Oh, Valtteri Bottas.
I'm glad. When we abandoned him in that basket in the front door, and we said we hope you go to a good family.
Just fucking.
He's gone to a great family. They're raising him well. He's doing well. I'm watching him from binoculars.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we gave him up. But
I mean, there you go. Yeah, he's happy. I'm happy he's over there. I'm happy he's over there.
No, I need to defend Bottas here because I feel like if we go conspiracy theories, I'm gonna say AlphaTauri wanted to help Red Bull get this, right? Because they were like, "Oh, Lewis is going so fast. We weren't expecting the Haas to work on Lewis."
Is weird, considering they're cousins or family.
Right. So everyone's going like, "Oh, right, we need to get on the Haas, but how do we do it today? Because they're so fast. If we pit, right, send one of them boys. Yeah, which one? Yuki, do you want to go? Yeah, Gazzy's like, I went last time. You go. So they spin it with Yuki, right?
I went last time.
It was me. You know what I mean, right? So that happens, and they give Max the free pit stop. But then our good son that left home but never left our hearts said, "Do you know what? He's on the course for a good win. I can't let you guys do this, right?" So Bottas was like, "Not on my watch. I'm going to park here and you bring out the car." Because up until Bottas stopping, right, we had a good strategy. They pitted Lewis. They were reactive at that point. I feel like Bottas gave them what they needed. They just didn't know how to take it, right? So I don't think the blame's on him. Conspiracy theories coming in, I don't think the blame's on the good side. I think the son did the job. Do you know what I mean?
No tea, no shade to Bottas, honestly, because you know what, Bottas is doing his thing. And you guys, people who love to say Thandie comes hard on Bottas, I would never do that on someone who's my half blood. Do you know what I mean? We still see each other on Christmases. We still see each other on Easter.
Get him a little present. Like, do you mean? Some aftershave.
He's still included in the Christmas cards.
I get him.
He's still I can slander him, but if I see anyone else slandering, I'm like,
no.
That's my son.
Do you mean I buy him like Link's Africa box sets?
Nyasha sends me a message saying, "Hi, son, you're all right."
You're right. How you doing? See you crash out today. But
you been?
Look, Mercedes. There's a round of pit stops. Mercedes stay out. So Max comes in, puts on soft tires. Mercedes, I think there was around...
The trigger of that man putting on softs.
Yeah, he puts on softs. Mercedes on old mediums. And then... Wait, is this from the... No, the double stack was before, Mercedes on older tires, and Max puts on softs. George is on mediums. They go round for a lap. George then says, "I need to come in for softs. I'm losing temperature in my tires."
Right.
He says it quite close to the pit entry, and he pits for softs. Lewis does not pit for softs. Max goes into second. George goes into third. There's no
own home, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to put it out here. George was not going to win regardless of pitting.
Yeah.
Because he would have come behind Max, okay?
Yeah.
I just want to make it clear. There's a lot of stuff that are making people believe like George was a savior for this race. No, he was never, he was just always going to come out behind Max, okay? If they wanted to risk Lewis, like, winning, they should have left George out to win as well. Do you know what I mean? To be
the buffer.
To back him, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's just succinctly
Here's the
put.
thing, right? In
After
that sorry. In that situation, you either defend or you attack, right? So you either pit both and let them do their thing. They're going to get either a P2 and the P3 or try and chase Max, but all three on softs and all that thing. Maybe you're going to count on, oh, yeah, we have good race pace, we can challenge him. Or you defend. You leave both out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You leave both out and you kind of like, okay, we're going to go for it. George, open up your wheels, try to do all that little Alex album trying to moves and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And let your teammate go. Yeah. There's no one out and one in or the other way around because that's leaving one vulnerable. And you have 100 heads in there. You have masterclass factories, people coming in from Brazil. Do something about it. Think. Use your brains. You're not doing that.
Guys, you know how Toto mentioned a conversation earlier this morning?
What did he say? For those who have
he said to Lewis, he was like, Lewis,
what we talked about.
He said we did what we talked about this morning.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How do you think that conversation went this morning?
I know what it definitely wasn't, and it definitely wasn't leave me out on freaking old tires with George not there and Max on soft tires. Are you crazy?
Yeah, but and then Toto was like, "Oh, do that," and Lewis said, "No, don't do it." He's like, "Oh, okay." He said, "Do that." That's what the conversation went like.
What we
because
about.
How do you not have a mutual understanding? Was it like one of those quick meetings? Like, Lewis, can we have a quick meeting? And he said, "So here's what I'm gonna do. And Lewis said, Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah, Lewis is probably listening to like Bob Marley, and he probably wasn't even listening.
Lewis was listening. Lewis was listening to his summertime playlist. Did anyone see that on Spotify?
He's just like, we're jamming.
What's that?
We'll do that. We'll do that, Toto. Yeah.
So the softs, Lewis. Yeah, and leave George out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Sound. Cool. Yeah.
I mean, look, we beginning of the season we were getting at Mercedes. The pit stops weren't good enough. The strategy weren't good enough. Recently, they seem to have turned it around. And look, we had a double stack that went perfectly well today. So praise be where it's needed, right? But this team is allergic to aggressive strategy. Or not even aggressive strategy. They're allergic to reacting and just basically just staying on course.
But this isn't a new, like, this isn't like an all, it's not always been like this. So this is like a new allergy. We've seen several GP. We've seen us come aggressive before. Come on.
In small instances, I can name Hungary 2019. I can name Spain 2021, right? 2021, yeah. I can understand, right? We have been aggressive before, but I can tell you times when indecision has cost us a lot. France 21. You can even say Kota last year. You could say even like this year, beginning of the season, there was a couple of strategy calls where they kept Lewis out for too long on intermediates or whatever. You know, Hungary last year. There's so many times where the fucking the Qatar pit wall situation where they didn't bring Lewis in because then Lewis thought the pit lane was closed, whatever. Like, indecision has cost this team. Now they're allowing
one thing about this Mercedes team, right? They play too much by the book. And F1 is a cutthroat sport where you need to be on top of things and you need to be paying. Because I understand having a strategy, because we all as soon as I saw Lewis in the mediums joining the mediums, like, okay, they want to go long. They want to force these people to start pitting and stand behind them and have to overtake them. They trust the pace. Good. But then sometimes your book fails, my guy. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's not going to go according to the book. And the first thing is safety cars will be in the race. Red flags might come in on the race, yellow flags and all these things. And you need to make sure you're on top of your game. They weren't on top of their game. First things come out, okay, VSC, right, let's pit. Right, understandably so, and they did well. Lewis was still fast on those first few laps in the medium. But then soon as safety car's out, and then the guy you're trying to beat goes and softs, do that as well, bro.
You gotta cover that. You gotta cover
yeah, like fuck the book. Rip the page off. Be like, okay, we're not gonna go by the book anymore because something else happened. Something came in. Like you're in the jungle and you're like, you want to camp or something, and then the lion shows up. You don't camp anymore. Right. You know what I mean? You like leave. You try to go somewhere, go to the lake or something. You no longer stay there and say, right, oh, the lion's still here, but we made a plan to camp, so we're still gonna put the tent up. You're gonna die, bro. And that's what they're doing. They're setting themselves in the jungle, or a lion come. Oh, that was a bad analogy because he's.
Well, yeah, anyway, the Dutch lion.
The Dutch lion came.
You know what I mean? Like you're still setting him. Yeah, the crocodiles, whatever, every animal's coming in the jungle there, and you're like, oh yeah, Lewis, no, but remember that talk in the morning that we said we're gonna set up the tent before. Regardless. Yeah. So sit there, hang around, let them.
Famous last words.
I'm sorry, like that's bullshit, and like. And that, not what you said, sorry, what Toyo said was that absolutely it's bullshit, because this is like verging on negligence. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. And our negligence is awful. Like to neglect something. And like if I have fucking Lewis Hamilton able to carry on his 15-year streak of winning every fucking race, then as if you see pits, I was looking at that safety car, so like, cool, we've got to come in, we've got to pit for softs. Even if we go aggressive, and then at least if Max doesn't come in and he's on older tires, that's fine. But if he does come in, then we're still ahead of him, and then fine, we'll go soft for soft. But to leave him out and then to allow someone should have been on whoever George's engineer is, and I don't know what the feed is from George to George's engineer to the decision to bring him in. But someone should have been on the phone to him like, no, you cannot come in, bro. Stay out, do your best, take one for the team. Lewis has been taking one for the team all season. He's done dodgy setups. He's had to carry this team. George, just take one. You have to eat that today, bro. I'm sorry. Eat it.
And that's exactly what I was telling people, because they were like, okay, maybe we shouldn't be blaming Mercedes and we should look at how George da-da-da-da. And it's like, I understand why I would want to blame George, but listen here, George is thinking his race. He's not thinking who's around me. He's thinking, I can't fuel this tire and we're in P3. I still want to keep this, da-da-da. He's not even thinking, oh, Lewis might be in the position of like vulnerability, blah, 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 whatever the word is, right? So he's thinking his race and he's thinking he wants that podium, and he was thinking, I want to be the best Mercedes driver because I want to beat da-da-da-da. So you're inside the house, you have the data and the numbers, and you know you want to risk a win with Lewis. You should be the one to be like, we understand, but no, right?
Thank you, or but no, like, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, thank you. Next, go on straight on. Go after that and block Max, or be like, right, you want to come in? Cool. Lewis, George wants to come in. We're gonna pick you as well. Simple as that. It's not rocket science. But then you're like, right, so one decided to go against the book, but the book is still here, guys. So the one that doesn't want to, you know what I mean? It's nonsensical. It's sense. Absolutely, you know what,
Lewis apologizing to his team.
Put me in that pit wall, and I'll
honestly, Lewis fully apologizing he's a bigger man than me. You did fuck it for him, by the way.
Yeah,
he's know damn well you've definitely fucked it for him,
and he said it as well. That thing where he was like, "Oh, I already forgot what he said." No,
I forgot. I don't know what I said.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Deni's frozen.
Denny's frozen.
I thought it was me who was frozen. No, and the thing is, right? I'm putting the chat. The thing is, welcome back, Deni. The thing is with that, and I just want to talk on that, is that Lewis doesn't have the opportunity to come out after the race and be like, my team fucked me. These lot are fucking useless. I don't know why they're pitting George.
Yeah.
Like he had his outburst, and he's gonna come back. He's got to be fucking sugar and sweetness, because he knows the narrative that will run. And look, we
camera loves you.
Yeah,
exactly. Dirty
yeah,
to me. Do you know what I mean?
100%. And look,
the Negro's mad.
Exactly. And look, we know personally how people feel about Lewis Hamilton complaining on the radio. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to get into that again. But it is a very violent reaction that people have to Lewis when he's angry. So he's got to come on and he's got to be all this, and he doesn't have the fucking space. Now Alonso can come on and say all he wants, do everything he wants, and you know it's lauded as
it's just racing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what they do. They're so
who was it who nearly hit Alonso? Who was it who nearly hit Alonso in the pits? Was it Sainz?
So Sainz came out. Yeah, we'll talk about Ferrari in a bit because that was ridiculous. But yeah, I just, you know, it's annoying that Lewis has to. But it's great that he came out and he's uplifting the team. So even after all of that, after they've shagged him yet again, after they left him out to dry, he's still there uplifting them, driving the team forward, and that's why he's the GOAT. But look.
Some of these relationships are turning toxic, though. I can't lie. It's turning quite toxic.
What do you think?
And it scares me.
It's one-sided. It's one-sided.
Yeah, like it scares me, though, because how long do we have with Sir Lewis Hamilton? Yeah. If you just keep fucking it up for him. You can't stay where you're not celebrated.
Appreciated.
Valued.
Valued.
I'm feeling really unappreciated. Taking my granted.
Nah, they're playing too many games. I don't think
it's too many games at this point. How long do we have with Lewis? And will the entire time we have with Lewis just him constantly being shagged in front of our eyes?
And then the thing is, granted, he has nothing to lose, right? He has accomplished absolutely everything. He's the GOAT, But then the thing that really upsets me is this man is still hungry. He's still there. He's still like, put the weight on me, bro. Put the sensors on me. I'll carry it. I'll sit down. I'll walk overtime. I'll fly from this and to Brackley. You know, even when there's like triple headers, he never flies directly into the place. He goes back to Brackley every single time. He's still like, I'm put in the work. I'll work my body twice as hard. I still want this, guys. You just need to do a good strategy. You just need to put me on the right tires. You just need to build a good car. I'll do the rest. I'll do the driving. I'll do the talking on the track. Not even that, bro. You're making this man be like, right, retirement's right here at the door. You're forcing him to make the decision. You're forcing him to be like, maybe me sitting at home is better than me spending this whole time trying to help a little George coming in. Maybe it's better for me to sit down and work on my recovery. Man, Baku was so harsh on his back. Right. So harsh. He still came out and was like, yeah, I'm going to do a little physio. I'm going to go twice as hard. I'm going to try and work hard on like those needles, like a puncher things situation. You know what I mean? He's putting so much of his time and all of his life in this race. And the team is just like, thanks, bro. Cheers.
Yeah. They do not know. Look, Mercedes. Oh, shit. I just remembered something else that happened. But Mercedes, quite like Alpine, could end up being bad bitch fumblers, okay? Because Alpine fumbles.
Don't ever go Eric Benet.
Don't ever go Eric Benet.
You can't ever go.
Girl in the world, get away. Are you crazy? Because this is what's going to happen. Hold up. Hold tight, Hove.
Alpine.
My favorite capitalist.
They start inventing words like capitalism.
Yeah. Hey, look. Okay, I know what Hove was trying to say. Okay,
I feel him.
I know what he was trying to say.
Anyway, I'm the only one he'll speak to.
I need to make a confession. When I heard that space, I was inspired. And then I saw people swearing. I mean, like, oh wait,
get your money up, not your funny up, guys.
It smells like broken here.
God. Anyway.
Back to the race.
Moving on, because look.
Oh yeah, I love that we've got like 3 jigaboos
Something.
up in here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go on,
We're-
jigaboo.
Or
We're
hate to
definitely
stay.
we're definitely the
Or hate
Hovengers,
to
man.
stay.
Avengers.
Hashtag
Avengers. So let's get into donkey of the day. There are so many.
So many.
Who would like to go? Thandie, do you want to go first?
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, there is several people on my list today. I keep them in my basement. Or everyone, right? Everyone make a line. Please make a line.
You're just gonna...
Yuki. Right. Yuki Tsunoda. Could you first come up, please?
Yeah. What are you gonna Yuki for?
Why am I getting a Yuki?
I'm joking.
Yuki, could you first start off by fixing your uniform, please? Have you made sure you've got your helmet on? Yeah.
It should tie on correctly.
It should tie on correctly.
Yeah, all the way up, tightened.
All the way up. All the way up, please. Top button, Yuki. Yuki Tsunoda. I don't know how many years you've been in this sport, lad. But as I said, I don't even have a license, and I know that I need to put my seatbelt on correctly. Yeah? Seatbelt first. Look both ways when you cross the road. Don't just stop in the middle of the race, you know.
Don't do that. Don't.
Do you know what I mean? Yuki Tsunoda, I don't know what this proved. Whether it showed your ass as bad as I think it is, I'm always defending you, bro. Please, I don't want anyone to come and be like, she's always attacking him. No, I'm always defending him.
Yeah.
Today, you've honestly showed how bummy you truly are. And
You're so mean. That's harsh because he undid the seatbelt because he thought the car was fucked.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just
I
say.
looked over that clip several times, bro. I looked at that tire. There was nothing wrong with that tire, mate. I've looked over that tire. Okay, Yuki Tsunoda's tire. Could you come up, please? Yuki Tsunoda's tire.
Yeah.
Could you come round here, please? Yeah.
Hello.
I'm putting that in there, right? Yuki Tsunoda's tire. Yuki Tsunoda's seat belt.
Yeah.
Alpha Tauri. You're going in the bin.
Okay.
You're going in the bin.
Are you going to take all the donkeys so we can't take it all?
Oh, I'm sorry. I realised.
Yeah.
Syndrome.
Yeah.
My bad. Who else can I throw in there?
I'll give you
Yuki,
one more.
Bro. Yuki. No, I'm really am. I'm just a bit. It all just seems weird, bro. Like, not that I'm trying to be a conspiracy theorist.
No.
But the way Yuki moved today was just weird.
His interview was like, you know what? You know when sometimes
and it's so sad because he appreciates Lewis so much.
He does, and that's
shows
what I mean.
So much love.
He shows so much love to Lewis. He loves Lewis, the whole Lewis incident isolated.
Yeah,
Yuki's moves the entire day were just weird. You're giving me weird energy. Like, he's weird.
Did he have a bad race? He didn't have a bad race.
He didn't have a bad race. Okay, I'm not saying he had a bad race, right?
Yeah.
But that whole thing with the wheel, I'm sorry, it's just...
He's just a baby.
It's just
he doesn't understand it.
When he was being interviewed, he reminded me of when I may have done something wrong in a relationship and I'm being questioned about it and I'm trying to...
And you're trying to lie.
I'm trying not to lie, but I'm trying to be economical with the truth. So I'm giving you the truth, but maybe not the whole truth. And I could see his eyes searching for ways to politely put that he fucked up. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
At the same time, like, there is actually only one true donkey. It all lies to one person, though, doesn't it? One unit. May I say?
One team.
One unit.
Should we talk about Ferrari?
Ooh.
Oh, is that not who you were going to say?
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Put them on the side.
Okay. Who else did you want to
I thought we were all going to collectively go in on Mercedes again.
I
thought we were all going to.
I don't. We've done that. If I start talking about Mercedes again, I want to get angry, bro.
Oh, I didn't realize we'd stopped.
I was
stabbing Julius Caesar. My bad.
Do that little.
No.
No. Do that little dance.
No.
Auntie,
'Cause
auntie.
I know what you're gonna do. Okay?
Auntie, do the little. I don't know, for everyone who hasn't seen it. So, there's a great video, Thandie, but that's neither here nor there. So, Ferrari. I'm going to say Ferrari. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Deni. How many times are Ferrari going to fuck it? We're looking at, you know, on Duolingo, you can get like little streaks for learning languages every day. Ferrari on a fuck up streak of like 8 races now.
Okay, can you repeat that? That was fantastic. Say that again.
Oh, okay. No.
Why?
Okay, I feel like I'm like.
No, it was a great line. It was iconic.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. Well, on Duolingo, you can, I feel like oh, Nyasha, do that little dance.
Do your little dance with your auntie.
Look, they're on a streak. They're on a streak of 8 races or so of something in some way fucking up. Deni. Mattia Binotto says that he's more concerned with the race pace than he is with the pit stops. Carlos Sainz, they came out. This is not the first time this has happened this season. He went into the pit lane. There were no tires. Or there was only 2 tires. There was half the tires. And then also there was... How
do you manage to make the shortest pit stop of the season the longest and still come out and say, I'm not worried about the pit stops? What do you mean? Where is your sense of accountability, Mattia? Where is your what language are we speaking here?
I don't even think Mattia even watches the races. What are we trying to do? That's what I'm convinced of. He actually doesn't watch the races.
After Charles loses the lead, he just maybe walks out the garage and be like, okay, I'm gonna go drink some wine or something, eat a pizza, because
he's streaming Italian football on his laptop, bro. He's watching Serie A. Trust me.
And the thing that's gonna make Ferrari continue to fuck up is the fact that they don't sit down and say, okay, I can only imagine what their debriefs are like. They probably go, okay, guys, Mercedes are approaching. We might lose the constructors' points. Red Bull are too fast. Okay, that was a good debrief.
Okay,
good
cool.
race, guys.
Nice.
Bye. See you in Monza. You know what I mean? Because you're going to continue to fuck up because you don't sit down and say, where did we go wrong? And this is the same thing I said in the podcast when I was with Paris. And I was like, your lack of sense of accountability is never going to push you forward because you learn from your mistakes. And if you're continually saying we don't make mistakes, you're going to stay in the same spot. You're going to continually make the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over. Because how is Sergio Perez running over your wheel gun? What is that?
Oh, I forgot about the wheel gun.
I actually forgot about that as well.
It's not just Mattia, it's the whole team, it's the whole mechanics just go, oh yeah, we're just chilling, just drop your wheel gun, whatever. If it had broken, then what? Where is Charles Pierre? How are you changing the tires?
The thing broke, bro. They had to replace it. There was a video of them replacing it. They had to replace it with a new thing, bro. It's like some Charlie Chaplin slapstick comedy, bro. Honestly, I cannot. A
clip of DJ Khaled where he's like,
bro,
you know what the worst thing is? The worst thing is, I can understand them making the mistakes and not taking accountability, but they're playing Ferrari fans, the Tifosi, for stupid people.
For dum-dums.
For dum-dums, because they're watching the races. They know what's wrong. They can tell something's wrong. And then they come on, they're like, everything's great, guys. We are on course. We're so happy with performance. Do not worry. And they're like, Stoccato!
Mate, it's literally like being on a plane and you're being told by the pilot, like, ladies and gentlemen, everything's actually all right. Do not look out the window. And the fucking wing's on fire.
Yeah.
And you're like,
the
wing's on fire.
Look at brother. Are you seeing what
ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you have a few peanuts from our luxury.
But the wing's on fire.
The lady comes in The lady comes and is like, sir, can you please close the
Close
flap in there, please? Yeah.
But the
You know,
reason-
they don't even say that on planes. They just go,
yeah, no, sir,
And you're like,
"Sir, can you-"
yeah.
thank you.
The pilot
So
has
everyone's having
turned.
a safe flight.
Yeah, the pilot has turned the seatbelt on, but that's nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
Please make sure you read your complimentary magazine.
that magazine's always
You
bullshit
can watch
as well,
a movie
bro.
if you want.
Honestly, I can't. I am struggling to put into words. This is the best, like the most historic team in the world. You've been on the grid since day dot. You are foundation.
You are
And
the Ferrari.
like you are Ferrari. You are passion, motorsport, and you man can't even get 4 tires out. What is going on? No, this is actually like we're pissed off with Mercedes, and rightly so, right? But these man, Ferrari are making Mercedes look like fucking Einstein right now. I can't believe. Honestly,
No, do you know what it is?
I'm actually gonna get angry.
Someone needs to stop
Bro.
hanging out. They need to stop hanging out together. They're
Carlos
bad influences on each
Sainz-
other.
Did Carlos Sainz not have like P3 or something?
Carlos Sainz was P3. It dropped him down.
Man,
You know what- do you know what-
ended behind Norris, Alonso. What are you doing? How are you,
Do you know
coming
why?
out still and putting out a tweet saying, "Great work, team"?
Great work, team. We did fantastic today.
You know what it is, yeah? The madness is that Carlos Sainz fought like a dog to get back into contention for 5th place.
But do you know what?
And then-
Carlos Sainz always does.
You know,
Always.
yeah,
I'll
look,
never say he
True.
never
For sure.
does.
He's
He
a
does
great
work
driver.
like a dog
True,
to actually, cover up all the,
I wish there was a 4th team that was as good as this top 3 team level, because that's where Carlos Sainz probably deserves to be. His consistency, his decision making, the way he reacts to things, and when he's aware of his race but also aware of what's around him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any other driver besides probably Lewis that has that skill, because that race where Ferrari's like, okay, we need you to give 10 car lengths, and he's like,
Yeah,
guys,
Silverstone.
stop inventing,
Yeah.
because there's Lewis Hamilton behind me. Yeah, the GOAT is trying to kill me here. I'm not gonna do that. If it was Charles, he'd be like, okay, 10 cars, is this okay,
You say
guys?
that?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But then he'll cry,
get it.
and then he'll cry afterwards, like, oh, the race, it was not okay, and I'm not
Yeah.
quite happy, but me and the team will talk about it afterwards.
Cowabunga.
Yeah. So I have no doubt that Carlos Sainz is also a PR man that comes out and says, you know what, the team's good, always fine, tweets those nice things, but then goes into the debriefing, guys, this cannot happen anymore. You need to do better. There's no way. You know what I mean? But it's different when we see Charles and he's like, do you guys think we should pit now? And then he just still does.
Yeah.
I think we should pick now.
Just an incident. So look, Ferrari.
Nothing. Just an incident.
Ferrari. Look, Ferrari have thrown away this title from a position where
I know. Do you know what?
What's up?
No, I'm just laughing at the
Yeah,
Ferrari
no.
in my head.
They
I don't think they
absolutely-
ever wanted it, honestly. I think they were just like, oh, we're fast. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Binotto said it was
Yeah.
never the plan to win the title this year, which I guess shows the mentality of, is he on fraud watch right now? Or do you think, devil's advocate, do you think that he's just he's deflecting away from the team and he's taking it all? He's not even taking accountability on himself, but I guess he's basically not trying to call the team out in public, and he's keeping it all behind closed doors. Maybe behind closed doors, he's giving them a rocket and he's saying, this is bad. You need to sort this out. This is bad. Or is he probably the worst team principal on the grid?
Listen, the lights are on, but no one's home.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
No,
You don't hear nothing.
there's no stirring.
Mattia Binotto, yeah? Listen, I wish to be on the cloud that you're on. There's a whole
Yes, bro.
living crisis
What are you
going on.
smoking?
Like a layer pack's gone up in price and you live on this cloud. Now, I'm jealous, bro. Like, I wish, because here I am going grey over my own team and their actions against Lewis. And here's Matteo on like a different cloud, just no accountability. Oh, maybe. I wouldn't be concerned about bids. Why are you guys concerned about it? I'm not.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
I mean, vibes. That's what he's living on, vibes. And who am I to question his vibes? Do you know what I mean? Would I want him to be mine? No. Do I like mine at the moment? No. Because mine's trying to do Tarantino.
I'd rather keep mine.
Do you know what I mean? Mine's trying to do Tarantino. Meanwhile, Matteo, I don't even think he's present. He's not even in the group chat. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh,
because honestly, if they were trying to, no, we haven't heard him. Because if you like, granted, what you said, Nyasha, is actually kind of fair. But if that was happening, I feel like we'd see progress. We're seeing the same things over and over and over and over. You know what I mean? Like we were slandering Mercedes in the pit stops, and they read the tweets. Admin was like, "Hey, yo, guys, we're getting slandered on Twitter," and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna train a bit more," and we're seeing improvements. Right? Yeah. Probably next few races are gonna be good as well. But then Ferraris just they're on the roll. You know, when you tell someone, like, you're on the roll, man, keep it up. They're on the roll, like all these bad calls,
bad things. On the
roll down. Yeah, they're on the roll down. No one's telling them they're going down. It's like, oh yeah, you're on a roll, you're on a streak. You're just not telling them what
they're being enabled. Mattia is enabling these man. You know, when your friend is drunk and they're stumbling around and they're making a prick out of themselves and they're embarrassing you. And instead of saying, wait, mate,
you're there with your phone recording.
He's recording, and instead of giving them water, he's giving them more shots. Yeah. Drink some more. Hey, mate, have some more shots. And he's letting them make an ass out of themselves. And
this
they need
very specific. I feel like this.
In fact, my friends look up to me excellently when I'm in a way. Thank you, Thandie, for quick live. So I just think
that's not what I was thinking about, but okay. Oh, okay. I'll take that one.
But he is I'm not gonna get into that. So he's an enabler. It's not good enough. They need to sort it out. Whoever's in the strategy department, whoever's in charge of pit lane, whatever.
He's on holiday. What you want about? They're all on holiday. They're on annual leave. They're on sabbatical.
Sack them while they're on annual leave. Give them their notice.
Can't hire someone on annual leave, can you?
You not good practice. Anyway, I'm not at work. So that was that donkey. Deni, do you have a donkey that is not Mercedes, not Alpine, and not Ferrari?
Oh, my donkey of the day was that those mechanics or their pit crew, they're doing a long stop. But who else?
Could I?
What did Ricciardo do this time? We'll just blame him.
I didn't see him. Don't do that because we care about people's mental health.
No.
I care about his mental health, and I feel bad that he's in the situation that he's in. But listen, at the same time, he's a racer, right? At the same time, he still needs to put in the job. He still needs to bring in the juice, and he still needs to be the honey badger. Like, outside the track, I understand and I empathize with him, and Alpine and McLaren fucked him and all of that, but inside the car is him, right? And he was like P18.
He was P17. He started P17. 2 people retired, and he finished P17.
And he was still P17.
I think I read somewhere that they pitted him 5 times. So I don't know what kind of strategy McLaren have put him on.
So, a wise woman once said, "Too much honey, not enough badger."
They pitted him
crazy.
Lap 11, lap 27, lap 47, lap 55. Why?
That is crazy.
Did he need the toilet? What was going on?
At Daniel Ricciardo, is your bladder working fine?
Is everything all right?
I just honestly, let's talk quickly because we were running over, but the whole situation with McLaren, Alpine, Piastri, Ricciardo, A couple of things. They signed Piastri on the 4th. On the 13th, Daniel Ricciardo put that Instagram message out saying, "I'm gonna try my best, guys, and I'm committed to be here till next year." So he had no clue. I don't think he got told until after the Hungarian Grand Prix, which was July 31st. So we're talking another 27 days afterwards. Alpine.
They went broke.
Like, these guys fumbled Alonso and had him go to, and then they didn't have Piastri sewn up, and he's gone, and they actually had to pay all of McLaren's
McLaren, they have to pay
costs.
McLaren, they have to pay Piastri, they have to pay the CRB,
Yeah.
they have to pay specific judges in there, they have to pay £1,000 per hour of
$500,000.
Good thing we still have Lando.
So I mean, Alpine, how bad have Alpine fumbled that situation now? And I mean, it doesn't look great, does it?
No, it doesn't look great, not just like on the financial side, but also the way Otmar came so strong in the team decisions of like, put the tweet out that was signed with them and go on press conference and say, we're so sure that there was no clause the 31st of July, we're so sure we're going to win this. And they took this contract to the CRB. They were the ones who were like, we need to go to the contract recognition board, we need to be the ones to take care of this thing. So they're putting their resources into something they knew they didn't have. Either your lawyers are very shit, or you know how to play a good PR game.
I mean, the PR game they played is awful.
It's awful.
I mean, like I'm watching.
They had me convinced that Piastri had.
You know what? When the announcement first came out, I did think it might be like a, just like a first day on the job. Oh, fuck it, the intern. Who let the intern have the social? Do you know what I mean? But
it's crazy. I mean, look, for me, I'm not gonna lie, you know when I knew that they fucked it, when Piastri put the tweet out, I was like, there is no way in God's green heaven that my man would tweet all of that if he wasn't 1,000,000% sure he did not have to drive for Alpine. And from that point, like, I find it incredible that they fumbled it so bad, and now they're stuck with a choice between Ricciardo, Gasly. I mean, and Gasly's not going to happen unless they can get unless AlphaTauri can get Colton Herta.
The American IndyCar driver.
So I mean, it's just what a mess of a situation. But look, that is that. Star of the day, Deni.
Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is my start of the day, and I think we need to look into the numbers. The first thing I did after the race, I was like, I'm going to load data on this. I'm going to load telemetry. I'm going to show you guys where he was. And he was fastest man on track. Yeah. He was on course for that win. And if we were to go get that win, we'd get a P2. Would be in that top step somewhere in there, right?
Yeah.
Fire Force, all we had to do was be reactive. All we had to do was say, okay, they want to go on softs, so we're going to go on softs because this is our win to be here. All he needed was a team to be like, we're backing you all the way, Lewis, and he didn't have that. There's nothing else, I think, to put into what Lewis did. He didn't put a foot wrong from the start all the way through. The pit stops were great, all of that. So I have to give it to him. I have to make sure, like, we need to give credit where it's due. He's been doing all those experiments, and these are his flowers to get. These is his fruits and all of the things that he's been planted to you reap what you sow, right?
Yeah.
So to reap, so these are his fruits to eat and savor, because he did all those experiments, right? And to see him up there and thrive at all these things, he just needs to get all the 5 stars I have right now. You know what I mean?
1,000,000%. Couldn't put it better myself. Thandie.
Lewis Hamilton, definitely agree. Deni, for actually keeping a smile on your face and keeping your cool and actually doubling back on the truth, basically, and actually coming out and doing that interview, because I wouldn't have. I could see the smile on your face, and that was a psychotic smile. It wasn't a here we go. It was a I'm losing my head here sort of smile. I'll also give it to the Dutch prayer warriors. The Dutch Babalawos, the Dutch witch doctors, for shielding your boy from anything.
He really is covered.
Yeah, the Dutch prayer warriors, the shield of bulletproof from anything that's accountability.
Can't defeat this.
Kudos to you guys. You guys did well today. Purr. Do you know what I mean? You know, hail Verstappen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But also, like the Red Bull team for being reactive. I think Mercedes should learn from that, right?
Yeah,
from
the Red Bull team
saying we're gonna attack regardless.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know what Christian Horner's what schedule he's got yous on, what breakfast he's feeding yous. What's in your smoothie? Share it, please, because I'd love to know. Do you know what I mean? Because clearly they're showing up, guys. They're showing up.
Showing up and showing out.
They're showing up and they're showing out, and there's nothing we can do about it at this point. Congratulations, what's his name? Max Verstappen. Congratulations, because it seems like not only do you have a great car, but you actually have a team that care about you.
They love that kid.
Painful.
They love that kid.
They go all out.
Be
I don't
nice.
know a team that goes all out.
Right.
Listen,
I
heard that they all literally taken in turns to go into the room and tuck him in at night.
Right. Kiss him on the forehead.
Kiss him on the
Bro, nah, because this is so real. Because this man put it on pole, but the teammate had binned it, and they're like,
"Oh,
yeah."
I just want to say, I just want to say, Sergio Perez, you're lucky that we're running over, because I've got a special amount of smoke for you, bro. Because
I almost feel sorry for him, though.
I don't feel sorry for shit, bro. This guy is. Mate, he is like, if Bottas was putting in the performances that Sergio Perez is putting in since Monaco, bro, they would be hounding him out of that seat. They'd be saying, put Liam Lawson in the seat now. They'd be saying, put whatever Red Bull Junior driver, put Yuki in there, put Gasly back, put Albon back. This guy is not performing to the level needed, and he hasn't done since he got busted. And that's what I've got to say on that. So,
yeah, that's the message to all you cheaters. Don't cheat on your wife.
Don't cheat on your wife, bro. Especially not for these floozies from Monaco. They were only there.
They only want your money.
You had a little shine because you won.
You know what I mean?
And you got gassed, and couple nice gal coming up to you, dancing to some music. You got anyway. Look, that's not.
But if you guys see me in Monaco, I'm not a floozy, by the way. I just like nice things.
Thandie's not a floozy. Never a floozy. I don't even know where floozy came from. I don't think I've ever said floozy.
You said a hussy.
Jezzy.
Jez.
But we are sex positive. Sorry.
Nyasha had his bum licked by a dog. He's okay. He was sex positive on this podcast.
Yeah, no, I did. I did. That was startling. I'm not gonna lie.
Who's your star of the day, Nyasha?
My star of the day is Lance Strolovich. My guy. My guy qualified in the top 10.
Shit!
Qualified in the top 10.
And he got points, no?
And he got 1 point. And my guy, he said, you know what? Today I'm going to turn up. We had the annual Lance Stroll turns up race, and I'm so happy.
The annual.
Good boy, Lance.
Once a year, don't miss it. Okay.
Good boy, Lance. Daddy's gonna let you stay in the house today. You're gonna get to eat in the house today, Lance.
You know what? You know, Daddy Stroll just brought out what a cash and said, you know what, son? He said, you know what?
Here's a couple thousand.
Hold that, son.
I'll extend your contract for next year.
Yeah. And he was like, Neato, I'm gonna go buy video games.
Neato.
All right.
Go on, Lance. You can paint today for 15 extra minutes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dad.
Thank you so much, Dad.
You know, he was like punched the air, like, yeah.
You can go on Twitch tonight.
You can go on Twitch tonight.
Your friends, you
know what? He doesn't even stream. He just watches Twitch with like popcorn. Maybe like. You know, like the girl in Get Out, just eating like Skittles from.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a guy. Well done to Lance
Yeah.
Stroll.
I'm so like honestly, I'm
I
so
love
made
it.
up for him.
I love
Like
it.
he's actually gonna get to like, you know, sleep in
Yeah.
the house today.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, he's
Daddy
allowed to
Stroll.
run a hot bath.
I think Daddy Stroll might say, you know what, Lance? I love you.
Yeah.
No.
I love you too, Dad.
Really, Dad?
Thanks, Dad.
Really?
I love you too, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
I love you
Neato.
too, Dad. Neato.
So look, well done to Lance Stroll.
But that's just another conspiracy theorist.
not- I
We
don't
don't
think-
know what we don't know what happens in their house, you know.
No, look, and that's, you know, I'm sure they have a lovely son and father relationship. I think Lance Stroll, Papa Strolovic said that he's never missed one of his races, which is, considering he's a billionaire and a big, like, whatever, I think that's really cool.
is
Do you
so
know what I mean?
Me and
My-
Papa Stolovich would like bond over being like harsh parents because I get it.
yeah,
I get it.
yeah. As in,
Yeah.
would you reckon you'd be a harsh parent?
Me?
Yeah.
I think
No.
he's kind of soft on Lance, though.
I think
he
he's
looks like
soft.
he's a
I think he
softie.
absolutely admires him. Like he's
soft
like
as shit.
the
He's
sun shines out of his
my
ass.
baby.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, he can't
My
do
only
nothing
son.
wrong.
I need to
This
give
is
everything.
him.
What do you want? You want a new boat, Lancey? Yeah, the race
What you
was
want?
bad.
What you want to be a
okay.
Formula One? I mean,
Do
feel
we?
like Lance
He-
when he was a toddler once said,
You want a team?
only- yeah,
you
what?
want Aston Martin? Just
give you-
that? Okay.
What?
Daddy will
You
keep
bought a
want
whole
Vettel?
team. Bought a whole
A
team
whole
for the guy.
team.
Like, this guy would have been
Listen.
kicked out of that fucking.
I mean, some of
no
you guys.
seats.
Do you know
No
what I mean?
seats
Some
for
of
my
you
son.
guys are struggling to even get a guy to go halves on a date
Bro,
with yous. Do you
bro.
mean? You're
Oh,
struggling to
Thandie,
even get.
Thandie.
You're even struggling to get
Thandie.
flued out.
See, look, see what you're doing. See what you're doing. You're one of those like, why would I settle for less when my daddy treats me like this? Well, my
Why
daddy-
would
That's
I?
me, though.
Why would
That's-
I?
Why-
Why
why
would I
would I?
settle
When
for
my
less
daddy
than
treats
my dad?
Bro,
was
say
my
your dad
dad.
then. Okay, we
That's
split.
weird, bro.
Split
That's
bills in this
weird.
house.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, we'll split
You're
bills. Split
weird.
dates. We're gonna split everything.
We're
Down-
not splitting no
down-
dates
down-
around
down-
here.
Daddy's
dates.
girl energy.
Listen,
yeah?
women,
Daddy's
what
girl
I'm going to
energy
say to you is, yeah, what one man won't do, another will do. And I'll tell you that for free. And that's on period, okay? What one man won't do, a whole bunch of others will 100% do.
You
Tried
just want on
and
the
tested.
line?
I will
You
write
want
the
on-
book. You just want a man to go hard with you. That's calm, babe.
Fellas.
One will do it.
Okay.
If you
No.
there's some men who are absolutely disgusted at the thought of a woman even going hard with them.
Fair play.
Okay.
I don't suffer from that affliction at all. Let me tell you right now. Fellas, there's a cost of living crisis. Protect your pockets and protect your hearts. And look, that's neither here.
Get your money up, brokey.
Also,
It's
yeah.
not like broke in here. I'm
no,
joking.
no.
Were you not back in jail? Are you not a
no,
capitalist?
No, get your.
Eh?
You're not capitalist.
Hey, capitalist is a word that they bring to bring you
It's
down.
that they
Okay.
created.
They
They
created
created that
They
word.
created it.
We're here to stay.
to
They
bring
created a
us
system
down.
against us.
See,
we're here.
we're
Listen,
platforms here
focused.
trying to make
here.
black progression, black thought,
Yeah.
black
You know
money.
what I mean?
man.
Okay?
Zone.
The system has been designed to put you
Showtime.
down. It's
Rock
not
Nation
creating these
brunch.
words. Let's go.
I'm saying, my
man.
brothers and my sisters, let's do a
God
brunch
did.
together.
Didn't believe it.
You
Yeah.
didn't believe it. Let's do a brunch together. I'm joined by DJ
How many
Khaled,
billionaires
Kevin
do you
Hart
know?
over there.
Okay,
I'm
guys,
Big
thank you
Ho.
very much. We have run that joke into the ground. I'm so sorry. Big up everyone who.
You see how the joke died when I called him Kevin Hart?
Wow. You know what? Yeah, I might be short in height,
No,
but I'm
on
tall in
Twitch,
spirit.
he said to that account, "That's not Thandie. Oh, you're not as rude as Thandie." And then he looked directly in the camera and he knew I was watching him. With
Yeah.
my-
I did. Always watching Wazowski.
Oi! None of
You
the Mike
hate-
Wazowski jokes.
You hate it
I'm
when I
so
say
mad because I'm literally looking at my numbers here. Lewis was so fast, bro.
that. Yeah,
Brother.
I was
Brother.
watching the live screen and live timings, and he was eating a second a lap our max in
Bro.
that second stint. Like
Bro.
it was ridiculous pace. He was gonna munch him for lunch, bro.
Trust me.
So
It's going to be very embarrassing for the Red
And
Bulls as
then when
well.
are we gonna see the space like this again? 'Cause
Well,
the track's coming
Lewis
up
literally
soon.
said this was the one day that the car was working. This
Yeah.
whole time we
Mm.
thought it was working. He said this was the one day the car was working.
And look, I think in answer to your question, Deni, there's not many tracks left on the calendar. You're looking at Singapore, but if it's bumpy, then we don't know. We're looking at, maybe. Brazil is pretty Suzuka, but again, pretty engine hungry. Lots of, we're going to need pace in those medium to fast corners. Brazil maybe, but again, Brazil maybe similar to Catalonia, so maybe, I don't know, but it's tight. I'm not gonna lie, Abu Dhabi potentially, but it's tight right now. But we've got 7 races
to
go.
Your gods, man. Pray to your gods.
The level of delusion you have is the same as Mattia right now, my brother. I hear it though.
I've got to look. Someone's got to do it. But look, guys.
Someone's got to do it.
Guys, I think that is it. Just to announce, guys, for you guys that don't have social media, we have signed a 3-month contract with Twitch to stream there every month until the end of the season. So if you have Twitch, or if you want to drop in with us, we'll be dropping our schedule tomorrow. I think I'm going to figure out the schedule, but yeah, there's going to be all kinds of live streaming stuff. The fans are asking if Thandie is going to be on there.
Would you like to tell the fans that I will be on there once I receive my Quick Stop F1 match?
There you go. I'm being held to ransom for merch. It's on the way. It's on the way. And what else? So yeah, no, thank you. So this wouldn't have happened without all the support that we get, and we're really grateful to be able to have these opportunities. And it's going to be an incredible journey to build that channel. And I can't wait. So that's that good news. Big up everyone who's buying merch. That is incredible that people are still buying the merch. Watch out for the second drop of stuff we've got coming.
Show them your top. It's lovely. This little logo
this
that
is
Nyasha thought of.
The retro one, isn't it?
The retro tee, which I designed, and on the back it says.
Do you ship them yourselves?
No.
No, we have a team.
You should start making small notes and be like, thanks, Deni.
To be honest, the note that I received for the jumper that I got for someone in America, that had a cute note on it. It was like, thank you for purchasing F1. Yeah, it's cute. It's quite personalized, to be fair.
Everyone has that.
Yeah.
So we
big dogs have a team, yeah.
That's done straight from the distributor, I'm afraid. Otherwise I would have boxes of merch in my house, and I don't want that. I want my house. So
Deni, tell us where the people can find you if they want to fly you out to Singapore with me.
Please, no, because some followers have been sliding in the DMs. I just need to find the courage to be like, okay.
What? You're not saying yet, babe. What the hell, bro?
No, I end up somewhere else.
Mate, if somebody said to me, "I'm gonna fly you out to Singapore," I'd be like,
"See how easy it'd be to abduct you, Thandie? All you gotta do is wave some F1 tickets in your face. Stranger danger."
Listen, if someone's trying to fly me out, do you please slide into my DMs? You can find me at FIAgirly. That's FIA, the one we all hate, and then girly with a Y. That's where I'm at.
Deni's doing big business. 30K plus. How many are you on now?
43.
43. It keeps changing.
5, yeah.
That is crazy.
It grows every race weekend. It's at least 1,000 followers.
Yeah,
from Friday to Sunday. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
For me to grasp.
I miss tweeting through races. That's what I realized when I did the Twitch stream. I really miss tweeting my reactions.
Right. Are you not able to do that, multitask?
I'll be on a stream, and I was like, I can hardly do the stream. Twitch is a lot. So
I'll start. I think I'll just start.
You could do it. You could tweet.
Yeah, go on. No, because people
love.
Let me give you a little intel. FIAgirly intel. People love race updates because people are stuck in the TV, right? And the only thing they're able to do is grab their phone to check Twitter. And if you're there and saying, "Right, Lewis just did this," oh, they eat the content, bro.
Thing is, everyone on the Twitter just address me as Nyasha. At this point, it's Nyasha's Twitter, broski. Me, if you ever want to catch me, just message me on Instagram and you'll know it's me replying. Anytime it's me replying, I always put a sparkle, and I think some people have noticed it, some people don't. But yeah.
That's it. I think that's it from us. I think
if you do want to fly me out, honestly.
Okay.
If you want to fly,
make sure you put it.
I think I'd rather go together. If we could go together,
if we can go together.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm being dead serious. You guys want to
to
take me? I've still got holidays left at work. You guys, any race?
Yeah,
Me.
I work remotely, so
I work
if you're trying
remotely
to fly me
too.
out, man.
Just come with.
Let's
Just
go.
don't be weird, but we do want to come out. Do you know what I mean? Come to your city. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I haven't had a holiday in ages.
And the podcast.
Yeah. So look, and on that note, and to all of our listeners, and especially Thandie, it would seem, no matter what happens, keep it on the
Keep it on the black stuff, bro.
Keep it on the black stuff, yeah.
Take care, guys. Love in a bit.